Here we are, the girls from Simple Life Celebrations. We're back here talking with Shawna today about day before last we organized her kitchen at her house, and she did really well. Got rid of 2 bins of stuff plus probably a whole bunch of china. So we want to talk a little bit about the feelings during that process. We started off really strong, ended not too bad, but really is quite exhausting of a process and rewarding all at the same time. So Shawna, can you tell us a little bit about that whole process?
Well, it's kind of a mixture of emotions, of course, because on one hand it's liberating and freeing because you're getting rid of stuff and it feels good. And on the other hand, there's always those little voices in your head that tell you, should you be doing this? Maybe you can use that someday. An example is my cheesecake thing that I got rid of. You know, in my mind, I'm like, well, you know, I made cheesecake 8 years ago. Maybe I'll make it again. At the same time, I need to be realistic and really think about whether I really am going to do that. And let's face it, if I finally do decide to do it again, I can always borrow the pan from someone else, like my grandma or my mom or somebody. So there are those voices in your head that you try not to listen to. There's also the emotional attachment to 2 things, like the china. That was my husband's mom's china. And so I was concerned that we were getting rid of something that was part of her.
Right.
So I you know, my husband was able, he didn't mind getting rid of it, but at the same time I was raised to kind of think that, you know, these are things that belong to your grandmother and you should be keeping that stuff. But things aren't what you remember about people. You remember about what they were like and things you did with those plates, not the plates themselves, right? So there was that emotional thing to get over there, and that was kind of tough for me. I felt a little bit better the next day because I ended up giving those to my sister-in-law who has the same pattern. So that was kind of nice because now I know they've gone to somewhere that will love them. So
Right.
That's a good thing. So that makes me feel better a little bit. So.
When we started this, your thoughts and of going into this, were they different than what the end result was that you thought how you'd feel about it, or does that make sense?
Yeah, I thought it would be easier for me. Like I thought I was in the complete mindset that let's just get rid of stuff. And at most points during the evening I was.
Yeah.
But there was the odd time where it's like, oh, geez, I remember when my kids drank out of these cups, you know.
Yes,
so you get
yeah.
that kind of, these reminiscing sort of thing. So, but again, it's the experiences that you're remembering, and that's what,
Right.
that's really what you need to maybe sit down and write a story about that instead of thinking, I have to hang on to these cups because it brings back memories.
Right.
Take a picture of them,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of thing. You probably already have pictures of your kids with those cups or whatever.
Yeah, and you don't even realize it.
Right.
Yeah, that's part of my anxiety, I have to say, is just the memories attached. What if I get rid of this and I won't have that trigger for that memory of, you know, when my kids did something funny while they were eating off that plate, as silly as it sounds, but you do have memories. I mean, especially with the kitchen, family gatherings, and it's a time when we all sit down together at supper time and hang out and stuff. So I was looking through last night, going kind of in my head, what can I get rid of? And of course, seeing their little baby plate and cup, and like it's got a big crack through it, but I still want to hang on to it. So that'll be a little bit challenging. I think it'll be good though.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready. We'll see.
All right.